Vola angela o veteranu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka lutalita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Dalang go sa mundo active ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong.
In the news tonight, search for missing helicopter wreckage and 2 occupants continue. Police force is well equipped, says Prime Minister. And oral health remains a concern.
From the studios of FBC Suba, I'm Rita Saga.
Divers were deployed out at the Natewa Bay in Vanuatu today as the search for the missing helicopter and a 2-year-old child continues. The helicopter carrying the sick child and his mother was heading to the Lambasa hospital when it crashed east of Korotasere along the bay. Led by Divisional Commissioner Northern SSP Eperamawanga, the operation has gone into its 2nd day with 1 body recovered and parts of the helicopter found. Eleanor Turangaview is at the operation area at Vunavo and files this report.
48 hours after the tragedy happened on these waters, the search and recovery efforts are still underway for the pilot of the helicopter and the 2-year-old child on board. The operation is now focused on an area along the coast from Korotasere to Bonobo, which is believed to be where the helicopter crashed. Resident Deepak Chand says he was out at sea on Friday when he heard the crash.
While we were fishing, we heard screams, but it lasted for a couple of seconds. The second time we heard it, it was really loud, and we heard an explosion. It was a sound we've never heard before in the area. Then my brother said a helicopter is missing, so we contacted the divisional officer.
Police and Korosan resort divers have been combing these waters from this morning after the operation was called off last night due to unfavorable weather conditions. Today, the strong winds and rough seas are not making their job any easier. Drones were also brought in by police to capture the area where the helicopter is believed to have crashed. Villagers from the surrounding communities are helping in the search and recovery effort and are combing the shores looking for items or debris that may have washed ashore. The Natewa Bay is the largest deepwater bay in the South Pacific, measuring 80 kilometers long, 15 kilometers wide, with a surface area of over 1,000 square kilometers and an average depth of 500 meters. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
The Health Ministry stands ready to provide any assistance required following the crash of a helicopter belonging to Parker Equipment Hire Limited based in Savu. Health Minister Dr. Eferemi Mwainambete says medical staff have been on standby after the information about the crash was received on Friday night. Kelly Vadala reports.
The medical staff in Savu were ready to act after being alerted by the Fiji Maritime Surveillance and Rescue Coordinating Center about the tragic accident.
They were, ready. Our northern staff, which included the DMO Northern, the Divisional Medical Officer Northern, and the staff which included the Subdivision Medical Officers in Savu, which looked after Korotasere Sangani area. Also, the hospital was ready, and that's all part and parcel of our response in terms of disaster.
The health minister says they're waiting on the progress report and will act accordingly.
We feel for the families of those who have lost their loved ones. So at this moment, we are watching because we've been waiting throughout the day. But we're also mindful that things will evolve over the next few days, and as they do, we will, if there's anything that we as a Ministry of Health have to participate in, we will do so as a member of a multidisciplinary team that is working on this.
Meanwhile, Dr. Wangainambete has clarified that no medical staff were on board the helicopter that crashed over the Vanua level waters. The helicopter was en route from Naitaumba Island to Lambasa Hospital doing a medevac. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenga Bainimarama says the Fiji police force has been provided with all the necessary resources to keep the public safe. But the Prime Minister says the force cannot fight this war against hard drugs and increase robbery cases alone. And Fijians need to come on board to support them. Speaking to FBC News, Bainimarama also said there is a high possibility that drugs are linked to the increase in the spate of robberies. Apenisa Wangairadovu reports.
The police force is well equipped to deal with the increase in drug and robbery cases, says Prime Minister Borengembain Marama.
He needs to put out his people on the streets more than anything else. We've given him money, we've given him transport, we've given him manpower. The rest is up to him. He needs to fix. We need to have some security of sorts on the street and at home.
Aware of the robbery that was captured on a security camera in the capital city a week ago, the Prime Minister says it's a possibility that the perpetrators may have taken drugs.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's linked to drugs. And I wouldn't be surprised if home invasion, drugs is linked to home invasion. So all of us need to get together and help the police in weeding this problem out.
Meanwhile, police presence on the streets of Suva have increased with a large number of officers seen patrolling at night. Suggestions are now being made that more security cameras be installed in the city. The business houses, while welcoming the suggestion, have indicated they are ready to assist the police and the Suva City Council.
From Suva retailers' point of view, we are also willing to contribute financially to this because it also benefits all the retailers in town, which is one of the most important things.
The government has approved the installation of 20 security cameras in the city, which will cover the central business district within a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers. All these cameras will be monitored from the Totongo police station. Apenisa Wangrandobu, FBC News.
A 28-year-old unemployed man from Ambala Place in 4 Miles, Nasinu has been arrested after white substances were found in his possession. The raid was conducted by the Southern Division Task Force at the accuser's residence this weekend, where several small clear plastics containing white substance, later tested positive to be methamphetamine, was seized. The suspect fled the scene but was arrested a few meters away from his residence. He has been charged with 1 count of found and possession of illicit drugs and will be produced at the Nasinu Magistrates Court tomorrow. The tap water that we use every day is not fluoridated, and this could possibly be one of the reasons why Fiji has a high number of oral health cases. Fiji Dental Association President Dr. Vikash Singh suggests fluoride needs to be added to the water supplied to better our dental health. Catherine Krishna reports.
Adding fluoride to water will be a cheaper way to address oral health issues in the country.
With our current system and the way water supplies are delivered, you cannot simply put fluorine and making fluoride in water and making sure that the level which is required is consistently maintained.
However, Dr. Vikash Singh says a lot of processes will be involved to establish this in the country.
The fluoridation of water is not a simple matter. You need equipment and monitoring system to ensure that optimal levels of fluoride is maintained in water that people drink.
Health Minister Dr. Iferemi Wanganembete says the government is committed to providing safe water to all Fijians.
There are many other important stakeholders that have to come to the party. It's not as simple taking a fluoride tablet and throwing it into the water. The government has actually made it very clear that it's very keen on ensuring that all Fijians within the next few years have access to safe and clean water.
The minister says as of now, Fijians can use toothpaste with fluoride to maintain their dental health. The Water Authority says they will respond on the matter tomorrow. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Up ahead, Hibiscus committee to be appointed this month. And tonight, we will bring you the success story of a beauty therapist. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
A Hibiscus Festival Organizing Committee will be appointed by the end of this month before a date for the festival will be confirmed. Executive Chair Vinay Kumar says they received a lot of applications and are currently vetting them. He says the applications are still open to the public.
We need to set up the framework that it is set up properly so it can be done in a way and we do not repeat the mistakes of the past, and also it can be done that reflects Suva which is today, the modern, multicultural, cosmopolitan Suva it is.
The impact of climate change continues to alarm small island nations. However, it also impacts our traditions and culture. According to the director of the Fiji Museum, Cipriano Nemani, traditional knowledge and practices play a vital role in mitigating climate change and can sustain one's traditional identity. Josiah Nanunga reports.
Excellencies, ladies and
Following rigorous international and local conferences, there is a notable shift in environmental strategy to consider traditional practices and traditions.
Now they are turning to traditional or cultural resources as a way, or cultural ideologies and knowledge as a way of mitigating climate change and natural disasters and so forth.
The young also need to be equipped with traditional practices and knowledge in order to survive in the coming years.
More importantly, how they nurture the younger generation to instill a sense of pride in the youths of today. You know, now with technology there, it is taken over this in our various homes. So elders too play an important role.
Meanwhile, climate also dictates the longevity of some aspects of culture, as evident in conserving cultural artifacts at the Fiji Museum.
We have an open museum, so the temperature is not controlled. What the museum wants is to have the temperature control within its galleries.
The win-win situation between environment and culture will be a driving force to the youth of today, who will determine our future. José Nanunga, FBC News.
Overseas, and a lone white gunman has opened fire on shoppers at a packed Walmart store in Texas in one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history. He reportedly posted a hate-filled manifesto online complaining of an Hispanic invasion and saying he supported the Christchurch mosque shooter. The morning massacre unfolded in El Paso on the U.S. border with Mexico, a city with largely Hispanic population. Never losing hope and always being persistent in what you do is the secret behind a person's success. Tonight we bring you the story of an entrepreneur who used her life's struggles as lessons to create her own brand, Aveda. Catherine Krishna with this success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Shakti Gopal from Tamil Nadu in India moved to Fiji 20 years ago.
When my marriage didn't work out, I would have gone back to India because, like I said, my father or my, they would have accepted because, but at that particular period, for me as a person, as a woman, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to survive, because I'm a mother as well. So what I'm going to teach to my son, to run away, to depend on, so more than a daughter, more than a sister, I want to be a good mother. So I wanted to show my son anywhere, if you have a willpower, you can achieve. So that's what I tried. I'm trying till today.
But the failed marriage didn't let Gopal lose hope as she started working as a beauty therapist.
I started working because I studied beauty. I always, from small, my dad used to tell me, why are you so different, because I love fashion side. I remember I was 8 or 7 years, I used to cut my mom's saree to create my own designs. Then I created Aveda. Aveda never existed. Aveda I created because it's a Sanskrit language. Aveda means knowledge and love of nature. I'm a very natural person, and I speak from my heart. It's, and I don't like to hurt people's feelings or anything. I try to keep humble,
The mother of one worked for a company for 6 years, and in 2015, she bought one of the outlets from her previous employer.
I worked 6 years. Yeah, beautiful journey that was. I learned a lot. Like I said, your first step is very important. So I thank each and every person. Because if I didn't get a job, I wouldn't be a beauty therapist. I wouldn't know what kind of knowledge I have. where I can explore. So that confidence given, that job given. So I'm a workaholic person. I love to work. Till today, I don't sit as a boss. I work. I do have my own customers.
The beauty therapist says she learned lessons from the events that transpired in her life and is encouraging other females to stand up and lead an empowered life.
Every obstacle, every struggle, you are learning something from that. You become someone. You know how far you can go, what kind of strength you have. So struggle is nothing. It's part of life. You have to accept. First of all, you have to accept that, and you have to come out. So for me, it's like each and every person we can go through. Like why, and if you have a willpower, you can come out.
After opening her first outlet at Damodar City in Suva, Gopal opened her second shop at Tapu City in Lautoka. She now employs 12 Fijians and says customer satisfaction is key to success. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Ahead in sports, Nakarawa missed out on the Dhimbi last night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM. It's hot.
The semi-finalists for the 2019 Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants tournament have been confirmed. Lambasa will face Nasinu in the first semi-final, and the second semi-final will be played between Suva and Lautoka. The final pool matches were played today at Lautoka's Churchill Park as bad weather conditions had hindered the play to go as scheduled at Ratadakambao Park in Nosori. Faria Begum has more.
Nasinu football has qualified for the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants semi-final after a long wait, and it was a proud moment for coach Tangi Vonolangi.
Yeah, our game plan was not to play the ball in the middle and to play the ball from outside. And you can see that we missed a lot of chances in the second half through the ball coming from the flank, and also to stop Nandi from putting long balls to Rusi, which we did well today.
After defeating Nandi by 1-0 in their match, Nasinu had to wait for the outcome of the Rewa Lautoka match, which ended in their favour. Meanwhile, Lautoka coach Aginesh Prasad says they are relieved today.
Yeah, it's a big relief for this young Lautoka side, and as a coach I'm very proud the way the team played today. We tried some new boys and yeah, we are happy to be in the semi-final.
The Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants semi-final will be played next weekend. However, Fiji Football Association will confirm the venue on Tuesday. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Lambasa football fans had a reason to smile today as the team has made it to the semi-final. Lambasa's win over Tavua was icing on the cake as they enter the next round with no losses. The Barmasing Alliance has had a 0-0 draw against Suva, defeated Men in Black 2-0, and today they defeated Tavua with the same goal margin.
Really happy for the win. After staying in Suva for a week, our aim was to qualify for the semis, and we have got that.
The Fiji Football Association has hit out at Fasanok, saying it does not agree with their decision on the 2018 Sportsman of the Year award. President Rajesh Patel believes Fijian football star Roy Krishna was a worthy recipient for the award, and the call made by the judging committee was wrong.
The Football Association expressed its disappointment at a special event organized to honor Fiji's Wonder Boy and national team captain Roy Krishna.
He deserved to be the Sportsman of the Year, which he should have got. And I want to make it to the public and the sports fraternity. You didn't recognize him, but we at Fiji FA will recognize him for what he deserves.
Krishna has been recognized for his achievements in New Zealand and Australia, and Rajesh Patel says Fiji failed to do so.
He should be recognized for this year, which no other athlete in Australia and New Zealand has it. And when they can recognize overseas, we in Fiji as Fijians we can't recognize, and there is something wrong with our mentality here.
In response, Fasangnok Chief Executive Lorraine Ma says there are other bodies involved in selecting the award winners.
The decision was not Fasangnok's to make. It was a judging panel. Perhaps it would have been more appropriate for Mr. Patel to voice his disappointment immediately after the award.
Meanwhile, Roy Krishna was awed with the recognition he got last night at the event.
I'm always shy to be on top, but first of all, the president, the PGFA family. I think tonight's occasion, it's very special to me.
Krishna reminded budding footballers the importance of respect.
It's sad to see, especially in our country, that especially the young players, they think they achieved a lot, but I think they should come and get advice from the legends.
Fiji Airways Flying Fijians captain Leone Nakarawa didn't take part in the traditional war dance or dhimbi performed before the clash against Canada yesterday. When asked after the match on why he came off the field before the dhimbi, Nakarawa said it was a personal decision. Faria Begum has more.
The non-participation of Flying Fijians captain in the dhimbi was unusual, but Leone Nakarawa had a reason behind it.
For me personally, I only glorified that's history now. So I think for me personally, I only glorified God, so that's personal.
Under Nakarawa's captaincy, the Flying Fijians registered a 38-13 win over Canada in their second Pacific Nations Cup clash. Fiji was leading 19-13 at halftime with tries to Viliame Mata Pedeliato and captain Leone Nakarawa. The Canadians managed to score a try in the first half through winger Kainoa Lloyd, while fly half Shane O'Leary added 2 penalties. Coach John McKee is impressed with the performance.
We've got a full squad training now, and we'll be having a close look in the next week of their form and training and the form against Samoa and across the PNC before making our final selections towards Rugby World Cup.
Meanwhile, Canadian coach Kingsley Jones says they have lots to build on.
I just think that the Fiji team really capitalised on their opportunities when they got field position, particularly scoring from mauls, and we failed to capitalise on our field position in 5 attempts.
Fiji will now face Samoa in their next 2019 World Rugby Pacific Nations Cup match this Saturday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Queen Victoria School team manager Aseri Ulinavudhu has shown appreciation towards the hard-working boys as they booked a spot in the 2019 Vodafone Deans Under-18 final. QVS defeated Maris Brothers High School in the first semi-final of the 2019 Vodafone Deans Under-18 competition. They will now meet Ratu Kandavulevu School in the final next week at Lawanga Park in Singatoka. Uluinavudhu says this was a great achievement for the boys as they had travelled to Singatoka yesterday morning, and despite the fatigue from travelling, they managed to win.
We thank everyone who had been supporting us, particularly the boys who had been travelling all early this morning, and the old boys and the parents. And we want to thank the whole QVS family for that. In particular, to your question, we are glad we've managed to achieve one of our objectives, which is our probably to come and win the game today. And we've managed to achieve that, and we are happy. And we thank the boys and all the team management who had been supporting each other all along up until this very moment.
Suva Grammar School Under-14 team manager Malakai Toeli says they are excited with their win. Suva Grammar thrashed Leline Memorial 45 points to 8 in the first Under-14 semi-final of the 2019 Vodafone Deans competition. They will now face defending champions Ratu Kandavulevu School next weekend at Lawanga Park in Singatoka. Toeli says the competition was tough.
Definitely more areas to work on during the week before the finals on next week.
A gloomy sunny day with showers was experienced over the Lau and Lomaiviti group, the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands. Fine weather prevailed elsewhere. Looking at the west, mostly fine, but evening showers are expected. It will be a cool night. And from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it was a cloudy day with scattered showers. Isolated heavy falls and possible thunderstorms are expected from later tomorrow. In the north, much of the similar conditions with more cool conditions to continue. At sea, moderate to fresh southeast winds, gusty at times, rough seas. For the tides, high tide will be at 9:26 p.m. with low tide at 3:30 tomorrow morning. You can expect sunrise to be at 6:32. Now for tomorrow, some showers are expected over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Isolated heavy falls and possible thunderstorms are expected from later tomorrow. As we look further on to Tuesday, the cloudy and rainy conditions will remain. Recapping the main story, search for missing helicopter wreckage and 2 remaining occupants continue. Police force is well equipped, says Prime Minister. And oral health remains a concern for Fiji. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to our poll question segment, and this week we're asking, should police patrols at night be increased? Visit our FBC website to answer. Well, do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Navango merea maramani waya manatu sawa au tikitunde nandi ya ndo marata kana varonga na radio Fiji 1.
Yawa asna vatili yawa maga Monica. Tondo varonga vale bunar domai biti lambasa.
Bula nadango aprosana ngarse ngor kraki do televe ono varonga na radio Fiji 1 na domai biti. Nadango tsane bukia ngoni na mosi am do taleta kana varonga na radio Fiji 1 na domai biti su.
Radio Fiji 1 na domai biti.